Hello, everybody out there in the junk journaling world. Boy, I am so happy to be back. I have a mess on my desk because I've been trying to figure out what I like, what I don't like, what I'm going to do, what I can do, and also to catch up on plenty of the work that I've been doing. Now, let me bring you up to date. First, I was telling a story that I would like to continue, which is my story, my continuing testimony of my life. And I brought out my book here. Yeah, I brought out my book. I put this here. Put this here, okay. I brought out my book. As you know, I've been working on my Egyptian book. And you could catch up on from episode 1 to episode 16 that I've been up to. And I explained how I got this fabric, which I had to order little pouches from Amazon because they didn't have Egyptian fabric that I wanted. They wanted solid silk. Now I wanted something with a design. Then I put this little, there you go, castle, metallic castle there. And another little Egyptian guard there. And then you have another Pharaoh guard here. They're all little metallic. Then, of course, I added the bling bling here. This is foil that I worked into the fabric. This is a lace. And let me see if I could bring it in a little closer. There you go. A little closer. So it's a lace. And then this is crochet burlap here. So, see my little castle there? And my little, down here it is, okay. There you go. There you go. Then, this is gonna be a no-sew book. So this is the spine. This, I put an eyelet here so I could put this through so I could make my dangles. But you're not gonna see them. Then comes the inside, which I have not finished, which we are going to get to today. Here is a scrunchie paper. This is made out, which I'm gonna make out today. It's made out of, let me get it. I think it's in my flat thing here. Yes, it is. This is rice paper. This is rice paper, right? And what we're going to do with this rice paper is, okay, and where did I put it? Okay. We're gonna take one of these napkins, and we're going to open it, and we are going to glue to the rice paper, which I need to get the solution on. This, you see the little, this was a box of elbows, I think it was, and it had the window. And I collaged the outside. And this was a piece of cardstock that I designed with emboss in powder. And I put it on the corner. So I could use it later on to design. But anyway, this we're gonna do in a minute. Let me finish telling you. This here is a pocket. This was a design, a page design that came with an Egyptian book. But this is fabric. I put it through the printer and it gave me a beautiful fabric. So the little dots you see in back here is the fabric. But the Pharaoh's design is fabric. This also is fabric. And I sewed it and it came out messed up because I had to use fabric on top of sticky paper. And the needle didn't do quite a good job. So I'm going to finish decorating that. And this back here, as I was saying, this is crunchy paper. That's what I call it. You guys call it something else. It's called crunchy paper. This here is crunchy paper. That it was glued on top of the cover like this, which I will be doing here as well. Okay, I'll be doing as well. And the same thing. And you're gonna hear it just like that. That crunchy noise, you're gonna hear it. And it's going to be put on this cover. And then I could put this away. But I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna put this book to the side for now. See, the back is the same. Okay, this here. I could cut it, cut off that piece there, but let me get this back to a normal size so we all could see. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Put it to the side. So now we could work on this rice paper here. And you guys know, I don't know if you know, but the routine is getting the backing for the paper. So I'm gonna put this here as weights. Put this down as weights. All this will be put down as weights to keep that rice paper down. And let me work. And yeah, so I could get this off, this paper. The backing. Oh, we got it off so easily. Oh, we got both of them at the same time. Okay. If you guys could, I would suggest that you say not all the backings have to sign on them, but this happens to have a design on it. And what happens with this one is, you can see there is a design, like an embossed design. The same design you see it on this, you see it on the back, on the backing tissue. So you want, you could put that away. Now, if I remember right, I'm going to start here. Yes, I'm going to start here on this corner. But I didn't prepare my water. So if you guys will give me a second, I'm going to prepare my glue water, which is 1 part water and 1 part clear glue. I have plenty of fabric tack, so I'm going to use the fabric tack clear and use 1. So give me a second, I'll be back in a moment with you guys. I'll be back with a moment with you guys. And this takes no time to prepare. So I'm going to do 4. Okay, I'm back. I'm heading your way, guys. Okay. Here we go. Now, you guys gotta remember that this here, I tell you, I got so much stuff on my desk, it's crazy. You guys gotta remember that this is, oh my, this is not going to work. Yes, it just might work. No. No, guys, this is not working. Could you see the lump it done created with the water? This is no good. So I have to go into my glue box here and spray. I have clear glue, the one I've been using. I don't know. I guess I tried to save a little bit. saved a little bit. I have. Okay. And I guess it doesn't work with all glue. I guess not. So. I guess that other glue I'm gonna have to do out. Okay. Voila. We have it. And I'm going to, just give me a second, guys. Boy, this was a real mess here. Oh, what? I'm cleaning the brush here. And apparently, yes, it made me okay. They gave me a good, no mess job here. I apologize for this interruption, but at least I could say it wasn't such a mess. Let me get back to my desk here. Okay, what a messy mess. Okay, this is the no good glue here. This glue here is no good. Okay, this is garbage. I dropped all my papers here, which I'm gonna have to pick up now. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh man, what a mess we have. And I'm trying to cut to my other glue. Okay. Brush, I got my other brush. Okay. Let me here we go. See the difference here? It's a clear good glue. Very good glue. And it's mixing just as well. Yes. Voila. Let me fix my chair here. So this is going to fix right here. Right here. Now, the other mistake I did when I was first learning how to do this, it went on so smooth that it did not disrupt the paper. But when I kept going over it and over it, then it started to make little holes. So we cannot have that. So now, this does look watery, but what I do is I touch it and I feel it. So, I did feel it's gluey. So, okay. Beautiful. See, once it starts to get crinkled like that, I leave that space alone. So I leave it alone so it doesn't rip. Oh, there we go, see? Yeah. So it doesn't rip. So far, so voila. Now, as I'm doing this together, let me try to get into my little story. Well, we wind up going into Manhattan by means of the yellow check taxi. The yellow taxi. And apparently I fell asleep, so I didn't get to see the skyscrapers and the nightlife that nightlife has to offer in Manhattan. I woke up the next morning, and waking up the next morning, I found myself in this little tiny room. And this little room was actually one bedroom, tiny little bedroom. And it was in the middle of Manhattan, and it was called Delancey Street. Me and the children, we grew to love it. But that's further down the story. But I woke up looking for the palm trees and the lake and the sugar canes and all that good stuff I grew up to know. Yeah, I was only 2.5 years, but I learned to love it and have fun. And we had a lot of fun in it. For example, the sugar cane and the bamboo, they're very flexible. So my second oldest brother, I have 4 brothers. Oh, there we go. See what I'm saying? Okay. I have 4 older brothers. And the second oldest brother used to go take us to play in the sugarcane fields. And what he did, I'm going to cut a piece of tissue paper so I could paste it like a Band-Aid on that hole. There we go. I only did one. I gotta do a second peeling here. This is what I'm doing. I'm peeling to be able to mend that hole. Here we go. Voila. Okay. So, the idea was they put they will put, see that? You put the pattern right there, and it's wet already, so. And that is all we're going to do for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to set it to the side. Let me go put it on my whip. Let me go put it on my counter so it'll be dry. And by tomorrow, we could finish the right side of the book. So anyway, the thing is, I woke up and there was no sugar cane and no palm trees and no water lakes and all the fun spots that we used to go to early in the morning, especially on the weekends, they were gone, no longer exist. And I wanted to cry. But my second oldest brother taught us a new trick, new games to play. Anyway, while we wait for that to dry, I want to show you this here. Okay. This is a cardboard from a piece of elbow macaroni box. And you know they have the boxes, the windows. So I felt I could use this. So I collaged it, and I'll show you the paper in a minute. I collaged it, and then I collaged a piece of paper, then I printed it out. I saved the collage for a template, and I printed out the paper. And then I cut up the paper, and I collaged this and left the window out. See that? See that? Now, the dragonfly is a piece of cardstock that I embossed with 3 different colors. It's pink, blue, sky blue, and like rusted navy color. And I put it here. And I bended it in because I didn't want to cut the edges. So I bended it in. So now I have this box. And what I'm going to do is show you guys first. Show you guys. Because I started 2 things on the last episode, on episode 16. I started doing this. I started to collage this here, which this is book pages, and this is a map that came in one of my packages of parchment paper, and it's a map of Egypt, Jerusalem, Africa. Well, it's Egypt. And you got the Red Sea. You have the Red Sea there. You have the Red Sea here. You got Egypt here. The Mediterranean Sea there. And what I found so interesting was, well, what interests me the most about this page and this map, that it said Journey to the Promised Land, which my channel is Come Journey With Me. And then after I cut up the pages and I inked the pages and aligned them, I stencil flowers on them. But I'm a hoarder. When I do projects like this, I don't like to cut them up. I don't want to put them to do this or put them to do that. So I kind of come up with ideas that I could do so I don't have to cut them. The initial thing is to cut them and make tabs out of them or inserts out of them. And I don't like doing that. I like to leave it for further projects. So what I did was I took these yellow envelopes that I have. See the yellow? I cut it down to size to fit my printer. And I used this as a model. Then I was also doing the embossing on my last episode. So these two was being done. This one and this one was being done on my last episode. And I finished it. So now this is my template when I want to make designs. And this is not going to be a template. As much as I want to order this, I can't. Because it is embossing powder. And you know, you heat it up with the gun. And so it has, as you see, it shines. It has a shine. So if I printed this out, I'm not going to have to shine. So that's that. But I do want to do die cuts like I did here. As this was the die cut, I want to make it like this. And you see try to see it anyway. To make on my pages. So this is, as I hate to say, it's gonna be gone. So this here, we're gonna finish working with it, not today, because what I wanna do today, I wanna do this today. I gotta do this today. So I'm gonna put this away and leave this underneath my mat so it will stay getting flat. Now this we're going to cut. Okay, this I'm going to open up. And this, oh, I think I got a paper cut. I got, so we have this. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh, how wonderful. So I believe okay. So what we're going to do is open it. we're gonna say these windows. Yep. So now, as I keep on with my story, that morning I didn't wake up to all our fun things. And my brother, my second oldest brother, had this thing that he would put a padding. He would throw a rope and bring down one of the bamboo trees or one of the sugarcane trees, and he would bring it down, tie it, and he would put padding on the tip of the bamboo trees. And then one of the children would get on it, and he would let go of the rope, and we will fly over. And when we was up there, it would fly over way and bend all the way to the other side. And on the other side, one of the other boys would be there to catch it, hold the rope down, and my oldest sister would untie whatever child was sitting there. All right? Okay. That was our fun. One day, one of the bamboo trees shoots they were all in a bunch, and my brother didn't separate us. He just bent down one of the bamboo shoots, tied it, and my middle sister was the one that got initiated to get on that bamboo shoot. And sure enough, my brother tied it, put the padding on it, let the rope go, and she flew to the other side. But because he didn't clear the little space that they were all in, or bamboos were in cahoots, she flew, and you know, those things have branches sharp as knife, as this knife is cutting right here, sharp. And so what happened was, she flew and went against one of the bamboo shoots. And what happened was, it sliced her cheek. And boy, did we know we were in trouble. Did we know we were in for it. So these two, we're gonna use, this is gonna be the outside. Now, let me work with one of the envelopes here. Okay. Now, I have to take this off here. We knew we were going to get in trouble because we had to explain to moms how was it that she got hurt, cut up like that. So the older brothers and sisters couldn't tell my mother that we were in the bamboo fields, because that means that we would have to cross the swamps and go through the river to get to the bamboo field. So we couldn't tell Mama we were there. And so to cover it up, my older siblings thought they were making things. They thought they were making things more simple, and they told my mama that it was that the brother and sister got into an argument, and he was shaving his face because he was old enough to shave his face. And the blade slipped when she hit him, and his hand bounced, and it kind of nipped her face. So here we go. See, this is the side. Where is the side? Let me show you what this looks like. Oh, this is not it. Where did I put the... Anyway. You can imagine. Let me show you from this side. This is what the envelope looked like. As if I took off this thing. Okay. This is what it looked like. And then this is what it looked like after I dyed it. Then I have to cut. So what I'm going to do is, here it is. One thing here. I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm gonna cut this. No, I'm not gonna have to cut it. Yes, because this is going like this. So yes, I have to cut this. Yep. And so we had no choice. Right. Okay, this is This is going to be sliding this way. Okay, it's only going to be sliding one way. So I'm going to make a face here. Okay, a window there. So I don't remember how it went. I was too small to remember because I was the child. And let me give you a heads up now. I was the child that ran away from everything. From everything. Okay. This one. This one will open like this, and this one open this way. Okay. So when I put the ribbon in, okay, this is going to face inside. So I'm going to cut off this piece here. Okay, I'm giving you a heads up. I was the child that was always hiding from something because something always happened to me. like I said, at first I was the child who got scared to death because my brother played, my oldest brother played the ghost bandit on me. Yeah. He played the ghost bandit on me. So, then I was tickled to death. So till today, I have a very loud, remorseful laughter, but I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot get tickled. Because to me, it's like, I'm scared that you're gonna tickle me until I die. And then my laughter turns from laughter to death screams. This goes like this. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more. On both sides. And that was the start of it. Then came the time that I saw Shadow Man for the first time, which I will be going into it in a little bit. Because I was very, very spiritual. Oh, that was the beginning of me being open to the spiritual world. Okay, and this fits here. See that? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring it down some. No, I'm not gonna bring it down some. I'm gonna leave it like this. Then this one, it's gonna be the same thing. Okay. One is all oral. Okay. So let me put it like this. So that was 2 times. Third time was where my brothers and sister decided they wanted me to push them in a game, push me off the wall. And we had cots. And you know, them cots that fold and got the wheels and you could roll them and things like that. And what happened was, I told them no, because I had a fear that something was going to go wrong. Because something always was going wrong when it came to me. I was 2.5 years old, and I already had that capacity of understanding and comprehending or having the instinct of knowing that something will go wrong. And sure enough, okay, one goes here, right, and it slips up, and the other one goes here, and it comes out. Wonderful. So now I have this one made. I'm looking for my... Okay, here we go. Oh, there's small ones, but it's okay. I could throw them out. But it'll keep it. So, they wanted me to push them and push them and push them. And I'm like, no, 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 you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. And no, 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 push me, push me, push me. And I said, no, no, no. Now, before I get to the conclusion of that one, my father, when I was born, was 56 years old. So he was like 58, barely 59, 69, 59, when I was 2.5 years old. And my father used to always sit me down next to him, and he would tell me things and show me the world through his eyes. And my father being a man of the world, that's how I saw the life, the world. Like the eyes of the world, of a man's point of view, let's say. So I say that because that's what made me be so mature at such a young age. I was always around my daddy. My daddy knew I was going to be his last child at 59. At 59, he knew I was going to be his last child, so he used to call me his little princessa, his little princess. And he never spoiled me, but he did kind of mold me. So anyway, I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. No, they want me to push, 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 and I'm like, no, no, no. And finally, they convinced me, and when I went to put my hand on the bottom of the cushion, on the frame of the bed where the cushion's at, I went to put my hand in, and I saw a shadow man. And the lights went out. And the bed flew. I didn't touch the bed. I didn't push the bed. Because when the lights came back on, I was standing in the same spot where my hands were still in the same position to get ready to push. But when the lights came on and I saw myself standing there and my hands frozen in time, all I heard was screams. And my brothers and sisters, oh, wow, what they wallowing. They wallowed, they screamed, they carried on. And guess what? I just looked. I was in shock. They were in pain. When I woke up from that shock, my mother was walking into the apartment with my brother and sister. One had a cast in, my brother had the cast in the arm, and my sister had the cast in the leg. One had broke their leg, and one had broke their arm. And they went to asking me and accusing me, and all I kept saying was, I didn't touch it. I did not touch that. The shadow man came, he turned off the light, and he pushed the bed away from the wall. And when I woke up, or rather when the lights came back on, that was my first experience with the shadow man. It wasn't a ghost, because from my understanding, ghosts don't get physical. They don't materialize. But shadow mans do. Shadow mans become materialistic. They become physical. They touch. You feel them. And that happened back in the island. Then there was the last time. I have 4 more minutes. The last time was we lived in the projects. The government had constructed these projects, and my father sold the store and the houses, and we went to live in the projects. And we were the first family that resided in those projects. But projects there are like projects in other places, like, for example, New York City, that the projects are 5, 10, 15 stories high. The projects in the island, Puerto Rico, they too, maybe 3 floors in the city. Outside the city, there are 2 floors. And me, my brother, and my sister, we were like 3 peas in a pot. We were the last children born to our mother. And so we became very, very attached to one another. And we used to do everything together. So one day we was playing in the staircase. And the game was pulling the tops on our finger here. Excuse me, I was dealing with ink, and my fingernails are black and blue and red, but anyway, putting the top here and flipping up on the first floor. The top would go towards the 2nd floor, but we will have to bend over the banister to be able to catch it. I was the thrower, the pitcher, because I was too small to play, and the banister was too high for me to climb over to reach and catch it. So it was my sister, my brother always. And I went ahead and I started flipping it. But in one of the flips, I really didn't get to flip because I saw a shadow man. And I saw the shadow man going up the stairs. Right? And in going up the stairs, I stop and I'm looking, tracing his movement. And little by little, he gets to where my brother and sister is. And I felt the bottle top flip in my finger. But it only flipped but so high that my brother had to really, really bend over real far down to catch it. I don't remember what happened next. All I know is that when I woke up, they were bringing my brother back from the hospital. He cracked the front lobe of his head. A piece of his skull flew out. And they had to come back, pick up the piece of skull, take it back to the hospital, patch him up. And mind you, I was in shock all that time. I was in complete shock all that time. They went to the hospital, came back, grabbed the skull, go back, and come back. I came out of shock when they came back from the hospital. Once again, I get blamed for this. And I'm crying in shock, and I'm boo-hooing, and it wasn't me, it was the shadow man, it was the shadow man. And my father never got upset at me. My mother, yes. But my father, it's kind of, he kind of understood a little something that I was not understanding. And by that time, I didn't want to understand anything, because by then, I didn't want to play. It was better to be by myself than to be with my brothers and sisters. And all I know, those two things, three things happened. And that's what I remembered when I woke up in New York City. I was now 3 years old. So everything now was very clear to me. It was foggy when I was 2.5. But when I was 3, things started happening, and it was very clear. And nobody could tell me that it wasn't so. But that's a story for another time. Okay, I did this one. And I'm going to get my this is going to be good. This one, this is the outside. So this one stays open. This is the inside. So this one comes up this one. And you know what? This has like curves in it. Yeah, so I'm going to cut this one. Make it take away that edge. I'm going to take away that edge. Yep. Oh, boy, boy, boy. Boy, boy, boy. Boy, boy, boy. There we go. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. This is going to be beautiful. Picture frame. Let me see. I think I need to. Mm-hmm.